So g'day guys, welcome back to the channel. So when I was putting this week's video together, I realised it was a bit of a monster, over 50 minutes long. So I've actually decided to split it up into two separate videos. One that we're about to watch now, and the second one will air next Sunday. So yeah, just thought I'd jump in, just in case the ending is a little bit abrupt, not our usual ending. But yeah, so the second part of this week's video will come next Sunday. Apologies for the background noise as well. Nature doing its thing. Well, good morning guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Greece. And after about 10 weeks, we have finally left the Peloponnese.
We didn't want to, but we kind of need to move on.
Yeah, so a bit of a big drive yesterday to get us back over a bit more further northern Greece. But just as we were leaving the Peloponnese, Nicola got shortchanged. I missed a castle. It was too late, we were going over the bridge. Castle Rio, apparently it's awesome, built in 1499. Only €2 to get in. I'm absolutely gutted. And we had time today because we're just driving. Oh, I missed a castle. I've actually started a list on my phone of all the things I missed. So that when it's actually getting quite big already, yeah. So that when we come back, we can actually do these things. And actually quite a few of these things I think are free or very cheap, so hopefully next time we won't spend as much. But we are about 2k away from the ancient site of Delphi, and that is our first stop today. 8:30 in the morning. I think today's going to be another very hot one, but hopefully 2-3 hours at the ancient site and then a couple of k walk back to where we're staying. We'll show you that in a little while. Hopefully we will avoid the worst of the weather, because again I think today is going to be a pretty hot one indeed. But yeah, first up, ancient Delphi. Right, and one of the benefits of this campsite is the free shuttle bus up to the ancient site, so let's go grab it. So for those of you that don't know the Delphi site, it's actually built on quite a big hillside, and so our plan is, while it's still relatively cool, we're going to make our way up to the top and then slowly amble back down again, with Nicola most likely sticking her head into every single nook and cranny. Tripping over things, yep. And moaning about the heat and saying I'm hungry. Wouldn't be a vlog without talking about hunger, being followed by quite a large herd. Although Nicola has just questioned the validity of us going to the top and making our way down, just in case we don't come this way, and she might miss something.
And there's lots of boards.
Oh, the herd are still coming. Yep, so Nicola feels like she's missing out, because while us suckers are doing the tour on foot, these guys are up doing it in the microlight. Oh, I want to go up there. Stick it on your list. Yeah, oh yeah. That and hot air balloons. Bungee jumping over the Corinth Canal. You're on there. I've seen what happens when people who bungee jumps. They get bungee eyes. Bungee eyes? It is an actual thing, you know. Google it. And this behind me here is what remains of the Temple of Apollo, which held the most important position in the whole of the Delphi site. It must have looked incredible when it was fully constructed. Apparently there were some vapours that used to come up through the rocks. It doesn't tell you what they were, but apparently it sent people into a state of delirium. So, I don't know. Well, to be honest, this one here is normally in a state of delirium, so it'd be difficult to tell when she was delirium? Yeah, I'm gonna shut up now. I mean, the site itself is spectacular. Some great examples of well-preserved temples. But the views and the surrounding actually reminds me a little bit of the Blue Mountains. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, this would be a great place actually to base yourself for a winter days, because I bet you in cooler climates, of course, there'll be some fantastic hiking to be had as well. So apparently this was originally built by the Greeks something like 67 BC, but this incarnation is actually a Roman version, which is around the year 1 AD. And originally they would have sat on wooden bench-like seats, and it's meant to hold about 5,000. But it doesn't look like it would, but maybe there were higher levels originally. My favourite is still Epidaurus. Oh, you got it right. Well, given I think last week's or 2 weeks of the vlog, that look of love you gave me when I made my little Epicurious jibe. But no, I still think Epidaurus, I mean, don't get me wrong, the views here are stunning, but Epidaurus I think just wins it a little bit from the amphitheatre point of view anyway.
This site is much more condensed than all the others we've been to. We've had to walk a long way at the others. This seems to have everything quite close together, which would probably please quite a lot of people, including Nigel.
But the views, for me, it's the setting that it's in.
Yeah,
it's just
setting's
spectacular.
Stunning.
Getting above the temple, you really get an appreciation of the size it would have been in its heyday. Pretty spectacular. I mean, the whole place must have just looked incredible, especially with the backdrop. Just amazing.
So one thing that's a little bit odd, because I obviously read the signs, Nigel doesn't most of the time, it tells you a bit of info about the things that would have stood on those places, and it's described in a column, and it gives you a number, and you look on the sign and there's nothing there, and then it says it's in the museum. So it looks like they've actually removed quite a lot of the actual things from the area and actually put them in the museum, I guess to preserve them, but it does make it a bit difficult to get an idea really of what it would have looked like there. But
to the museum! The herd is moving through.
I'm a mess, babe, why can't you see? No hope in what's left of me. I had to tell you.
I bring you to all the cool places on your birthday.
you do.
Was that convincing?
I am the wreckage, you need a glue. Smash my guitar and
Cheater.
And between the triglyphs we have bas reliefs that show mythological themes.
Nicola latching on to her grip.
tripping all over me, tripping all over you.
So interesting, just having a chat with another chap there, and Nicola and I were sort of talking about something similar. It'll be interesting when you come to sites like this and be able to whack on your virtual reality glasses, and so you can still see it kind of in its current state, but then with the VR glasses, VR headset, be able to see what it was like back in the day. Alcal Real Castle, they had a couple of little sort of VR bits that you put your phone up to and it should show you what it was like. But I think with a VR headset, coming to sites like this and seeing what it was like back in the day would be pretty spectacular. Nicola's found the shopping centre again.
I recognised it before I even read the sign. I was like, do you think these were shops? And they were.
I need a dime. I took a dime.
So whenever we were up in the Delphi site, I noticed another site down the way, and I was in two minds whether to tell this one, because once you let her know, it's like the dots on the map, we have to go. It's only a 10-minute walk down the road, and this is the Sanctuary of Athena, apparently. That's about as much information as I can give you.
She was.
Oh.
She was a goddess. Let me start again.
Cup.
She was a goddess. Worshipped.
2 minutes. Take 46.
She was a goddess worshipped for her wisdom, fertility and health. I haven't got much of any of those.
Well, that was pretty impressive. We just spent about an hour in the museum. Didn't record any footage, but Nicola was in her element. But I think even you have reached.
I think Temple Maximus
Has been reached. So we're going to wander into Delphi now and maybe get this one some lunch.
Yeah, got a bit of a headache, come on, with the heat and everything. From arriving at the archaeological site, doing that, going down to the sanctuary and doing the museum, I think we were 3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah.
So time for some birthday lunch. Did I mention it's her birthday?
It's my birthday.
Birthday Maximus.
That's not a bad view for my birthday.
Well guys, that was a very nice lunch indeed. Gorgeous
Very
views.
tasty.
And now we have about a 1k walk back down to the campsite, all downhill, where because it's someone's birthday, we've decided to stay an extra night. You've heard that before from us as well. They're like, what's the difference?
Even when it's not my birthday.
You're always staying an extra night. No, but it's nice to go back. There's a swimming pool here, and just one extra night, and then we're going to head off. But I think for the rest of today, we'll put the camera away. We'll let someone enjoy her birthday without me shoving this camera in her face. Delphi really enjoyed it.
Just quickly as well about Delphi, the coffees were really expensive on site. It was £8.10 for 2 coffees.
€5 for a donut, which we didn't have.
No, €5 for a muffin or €4 for a donut. So you might not want to buy food there. But the food at the restaurant
Really good.
was actually not bad. We had club sandwich, carbonara, you had 2 beers and I had an orange juice, and it just over, and including a 10% tip, was about 30 quid. I mean, that's not bad. And there was lots of it. So don't worry about food prices actually in the little town bit, they're reasonable. Just don't buy them on the site.
And we were just looking at memories, and this time last year on her birthday we were in Bergen, where she had her best ever
Cinnamon
bun.
From a 7-Eleven shop. It's the only place I could afford to buy one.
Actually went out for dinner there as well. I think it was about £7,000.
Yeah, it was.
Right guys, walk down to the campsite, but we shall catch up with you tomorrow morning when we are heading further north to take in more of stunning Greece. Look at the views though. Wow.
I'm going to sit and admire the view for a minute. As it's my birthday, I'm allowed to do whatever I want.
No change from any other day. Birthday bench. See you tomorrow.
It's like, can I eat it?
You can't come in. No, you can't come in. Can I interest you in my cat religion? Diesel's getting quite expensive. $1.65. We've seen it as cheap as $1.48. Wish we'd filled up there. But at least we got to feed another stray putty cat here at the garage. So yeah, we've got a fair old drive today, about 3 hours, to get us to our parking space, where we hope to spend a couple of days just chillaxing. Yeah, stunning landscape around here, really mountainous. Obviously for the last 11 weeks we'll be mostly along the coast, so it's actually nice to see something a little bit different. We'll drive on for a bit, grab some lunch, and then hopefully by early afternoon be at our park up. Well guys, good morning, and for the observant amongst you, welcome to Meteora.
It's beautiful, stunning.
Even without her first cup of tea.
I've been up since, well, for a good few hours. It's 6 something now.
20 to 7 now.
Yeah.
We wanted to get up here because obviously this place does get completely rammed. We wanted to get up here, get a reasonable parking space. Now, unfortunately, we only really have this morning, so we're not going to do any sort of major hiking, but already I can tell that this is a place in the cooler climates that we want to come back to and spend a couple of days. Sadly, it's still mid-30s and we don't want to be out hiking in those temperatures, so we'll do a little bit of a bimble this morning. Probably not visit, in fact the great monastery is actually closed today. Check that out whenever you are coming here, because some of the monasteries closed on certain days.
Struggling to talk.
I'll put subtitles up. Right, we're going to jump in the van and head up to our parking space, get this one a cup of tea, and then make a bit of a morning plan. But wow, oh my goodness me. So we've driven up to one of the highest monasteries. The views are just incredible, absolutely stunning, and you're probably not going to be able to make it out, but you can actually hear some morning prayer sort of drifting up through the monoliths. Already we're both regretting that we only have this morning here. Stunning, and we're all alone. I'm sure that won't last. It's 5 to 7. I'm sure we're going to be joined by mucho persons. Not a bad place to have your morning cuppa.
Oh, it's lovely.
So I'm not sure whether you can make it out, but guy just came into the car park. Well, the bit of sort of scrubland here. There's no one else here, just us. Massive bit of scrubland. And can you see where he took his car? Literally right to the narrowest, steepest bit. Poor Kay. Right guys, coffee consumed, and we have marked out a little about 8k trail, which will actually take us around alongside, below, above most of the monasteries. We'll go and do that.
Oh, bugs everywhere.
Yeah, it's very buggy.
There's no breeze at all, so get attacked by everything. Yep.
Almost went up my armpit.
No sleep, no things run dry.
Nicola's off to visit her home monastery. Don't think it'll be open yet though. The monastery normally open at 9, so I'm going to assume that the facilities don't open till then either. Or are they not? Denied.
Looks like even the monks don't trust people to keep the toilet open.
You see what you've been up to. I've been wondering.
First on the trail in the morning means We are breaking new ground in terms of spiders' webs. Oh,
I suppose you're not sending me first.
would I? So the first part of the trail that we're following is actually mostly through a little wooded, very buggy forest. But every so often you're afforded little glimpses up under the monoliths and the monasteries.
I'm too busy looking down to make sure I don't trip up.
You can start to hear a couple of people down here. I also saw a sign for Meteora trail running. There must have been, or maybe there is going to be a race here at some point. Ooh. Ooh. Nicola may have her list of castles and things to see, but I'm starting to put together my own little list of running locations and events around the world as well.
'Cause I just wanted you, and if I could I'd leave the city too. I don't blame you. And
Yeah, the views as you pop out of the woods are pretty spectacular.
Yeah, but we've got to get back up there.
You don't realise, because you're kind of in the woods, you're not really sort of paying attention to the drop in elevation, which is what we're kind of have been doing for the last 15 minutes or so.
Oh, I have, don't worry. You'll hear me moaning on the way back up.
Absolutely, and if I've got to hear it, you've got to hear it too. Maybe the monks will do good coffee somewhere. And a big cake. Oh, monkish bun cake.
That sounds weird.
We're in monastery land, monk land, and there's a bunch of vineyards.
You know what that means? Mead.
Don't
Actually,
touch-
no, that's honey, isn't it?
That's true. Oh, there's bees up there as well. They probably make mead as well. Mead and wine, and all things really bad for you. What's quite funny is we spent about 25 minutes walking downhill to then give us 5 minutes walking along the flat. To now probably head back up again.
What was the point in that? We'd already seen that monastery. We'd parked there.
Oh wow, look at some of this though.
Oh, look at this though.
Oh, there
Look at this.
she's distracted.
No, look at the steam coming off the monastery. That is actually very nice.
That's them brewing up their meat.
face, same old good anxiety. Where's your irony? Just smile.
Bit of a gradient on this one. Did a couple of wheel spins going up this. There we go. Oh, she's coming back. Go on.
Hang on. I need to get some. I literally couldn't. The momentum just sent me backwards. I didn't have the strength to keep going up. I think I need to catch my breath. This is one thing I would say to people. Even if you're relatively fit on the flat, I've really found once you get that heat, that humidity, the fitness goes. So just be prepared. And your heart starts racing, so you need to drink lots. Right, do you want me to try again?
Go for it. Let's see whether we can avoid any more foot spins. Go on. Low gear.
Don't make me laugh.
Think that much about me. Here I am, not known how to move on without you.
Fabulous.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my giddy aunt.
It actually makes you feel a bit emotional. The complete beauty of this place. You know, regardless of the fact there's monasteries here and things which we're not actually really going into, partly because they're not open yet, and also you have to go a long way up to get to each of them. Even without the monasteries, you could just come here and be blown away.
Yeah, it's stunning. Probably one of the most incredible landscapes I've hiked through.
Yeah.
In a very long time at least.
Yeah.
Just stunning. And getting here early in the morning, you know, not just with the lack of people and the cooler temperatures, but there's actually softer light as well on the mountains as well. So
It
beautiful.
really is just every corner I'm just going, oh my word, it's a stunning view from all angles. And yes, you could just drive around and see the monasteries and get some nice views, but come and do the hike if you can, because you just get the different views and
It's beautiful.
you really feel the nature and the beauty here. Oh, I'm sounding all profound. It's not like me at all.
Kind of profound.
Although I am still thinking, is there a cafe where I could get something to eat? I'm back.
She's back with a momentary little sort of moment of mindfulness.
Yeah.
And now we're back to the munchies. I mean, the crazy thing about this landscape is, don't get me wrong, if you are on a hike and you came across this view behind me, this panorama behind me, you'd be like, wow, that's amazing. But then you turn around and have that.
Wasps.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
One on my knee. Run away! So we've just come out of a very buggy woodland clearing. Look at that. Another monastery. Yeah. Probably the worst midge that we've actually had on this trip. Have you noticed their mode of transportation from getting from the monastery down to ground level?
I was just wondering how you keep getting up there.
It's a little manual lift. So Nicola spotted a little statue which is off the trail a little bit, but following your nose sometimes. We're actually now above this monastery, and apparently this monastery is, you can't access it yet, it's being restored. The question is, when you can access it, will you have to get up via the little sort of manual pull lift thing? What a viewpoint though, what a viewpoint.
Without you. Oh, without you.
Might get another drink actually.
Really? Stopping?
I'm sorry.
Stopping in Bugland?
I know, but I need a drink.
So this, we think, is our little final push up towards the highest point, at which point back down to our starting point. We've gone just over 3.2 miles. I think we've got another couple of miles to go.
It's the uphills. The uphills are tough.
I'm going to have to start just including subtitles with you.
I just haven't got the energy to talk and drink. And this isn't even that hot because we're going through the forest, which is quite shaded, and it's still only 9:15. So seriously, Wasp, why do you have to come right up to me?
Oh, woman, don't massage your leg.
Right, hang on.
That's why I said, do you really want to stop in the woods?
No.
If you go down to the woods today, you're likely to get eaten by a wasp. Penny for your thoughts.
Oh, just like you're on top of the world.
Where's your irony? Just smile wide, 'cause I got everything I need, but not what I wanted.
So just down here, do you see the figure of the kind of the old schoolmistress?
Yeah, yeah.
And then behind her, all the children?
Oh my goodness. Did you just make that up? Did you read that somewhere?
No, just made that up. But that's exactly what it looks
It
like.
does look like that.
An old schoolmistress, and then behind her, a group of children all huddled together.
Because what I can see is, I reckon there's a way onto the rocks. Because look, there's a path up here, so people obviously come on, clamber across.
And also, rather than seeing a nice scene of a sort of a mistress leading all the children out for a morning prayer, what are you seeing in the rocks?
I'm not going to say. It's too rude.
As you say, it's rude. Beautiful, stunning. But yeah, even without looking at Nicola, I can sense she's going.
Yeah, but I haven't actually got the energy.
Plus, it's nice to view them. Once you're on top of the monoliths,
Yeah,
you don't get to see them, so
Beautiful.
stunning.
I think we're still going uphill, aren't we?
We are, yes. A little bit more to go.
How to move on without you.
You know that scene in Star Wars or Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi, I'm not sure which one. Someone's going to remove my Star Wars geek card now. Where Skywalker and the team are flying around and around and around the legs of the AT-ATs. That's what these frickin' bees are doing as well. I'm pretty sure they're trying to tie us up and take us off to their buzzy overlords. Or maybe not. Who can tell, eh?
Oh, it's alright. It's a bit of grass. Something was tickling my leg. I thought it might have been a snake or something. Oh, now I'm on high alert.
Ah, yes. The snickler. The snickler snake. That's a nice surprise. The trail's much shorter than we thought. Obviously the trail that we're following, the chap who did it veered off into a number of the monasteries, which I've probably added on a couple of K. So we've done 4 miles and
2 hours 15.
we can see our van.
Shut up, Siri. What has he
Once
found?
you hit 4 to 5 miles, additional miles are a joke. There you go, there's wisdom of the day. But yeah, we can see our van, and we can now see a bunch of other vans parked beside us. But we're going to go back via the Grand Monastery, which is, as we said, closed today. But maybe by the time we get back down to the van, Mr. Monastery Man will be selling up tea and cake.
Oh, that'd be good.
Nicola's love of a fridge magnet has seen her getting dragged into the little shop by the little old lady.
Oh, lady's harassing me. I need to rescuing. She's very insistent I go inside.
Well, she was trying to grab the sort of, I think the Chinese tourist big group that turned up.
Oh, was she?
And then she saw you meandering towards her, and then she was like, I got one, I fished one in.
Nope, I made it away. And I now won't buy a magnet because I do not like to be harassed when I'm shopping.
There you go.